your secrets I will keep. Took for granted all the times I never let you down. You stumble in and bump.
Wir kommen zur nächsten Partie mit deutscher Beteiligung, aber erst einmal begrüßen wir herzlich den Mann aus England, 28 Jahre jung, hat sich vor 2 Jahren die Tourcard sichern können, ist aktuell die Nummer 181 der Welt. Die Rede ist von Ricky "Tricky" Williams. Nach Tobias Müller ist er der zweite deutsche Starter hier bei den German Darts Open 2018. Er kommt aus Hagen, 28 Jahre alt, war 2016 bei der Weltmeisterschaft im Alexandra Palace mit von der Partie und kassierte eine ganz knappe Niederlage gegen die Nummer 1 der Welt, Michael van Gerwen. Jetzt drücken wir ihn hier in Saarbrücken die Daumen. The Cube, René Eidams.
Well, our second chance to see a German in action today didn't go well for Tobias Müller, but will it go a little bit better for René Eidams? The Cube, called the Cube, looks like a sphere, got hexagons on his shirt. Pick the bones out of that one, I don't know. Taking on Tricky Ricky Williams, who's playing on the European Tour for the first time in 2 years, when he played at the European Darts Match Play and took on René the Cube Eidams, and he lost. So a chance, once again, for revenge after a defeat a couple of years ago on the European circuit, which is what we've just seen from Daniel Larsson, the Swede, beating Jan Decker 6-2, a reverse of the scoreline when they met in a Euro qualifier for Gibraltar. I'm Dan Dawson, Mike Lawrence alongside me for this one. 3 games to go this afternoon, starting with the Cube and Tricky Ricky.
Yes, the Cube will have obviously the home support behind him. He came through the qualifiers here last night, beating Stefan Rune 6-3, and then 6-4 victories over Simon Himes and Ricardo Petresco. And the winner of this one will take on Daryl Gurney, who you saw in action seeing off Raymond van Barneveld in the Premier League last night.
Yeah, very impressive from Super Chin, that. Almost as impressive as the gift that the sponsors have knocked up.
First leg, Ricky to throw first. Game on.
Well, Ricky has the advantage of throwing first in this one. Ricky playing on the Challenge Tour nowadays. Did have a quarter-final at the start of the year, back at the end of January. That remains his
59.
Well, one of a very few number of times he's got in the money. Only picked up 250 quid at the UK Open qualifiers. He's picked up just shy of 500 quid on the Challenge Tour so far. But he gets a grand just for being here, with the knowledge that wins 6 legs in this match, and he'll double his money to 2 grand and set up that clash with Super Chin Daryl Gurney, who,
60.
As good as he's been in the Premier League, he's unbeaten for 6 weeks. Pro Tour stuff, he's not been that convincing. He threw some good stuff last time out in the Euro Tour, but everything else, you almost feel like he's kind of taken his eye off the ball. He's been a very consistent performer on the Pro Tour over the last 18 months, and I think being in the Premier League, becoming a dad, maybe 85. It's just taken its toll.
Yes, saving his best stuff for the Premier League, that's for sure. René Eidams, we heard Elmar in his introduction make reference to Michael van Gerwen. René came to prominence in the 2016 World Championships. 2-0 down to Michael van Gerwen, came back, and the game went to a tie break, which Michael van Gerwen scraped through. But
59.
That put René Eidams on the map that year.
Yeah, there was a spell in that game where René Eidams won something like
96.
6 out of 7 legs in coming from 2-0 down in sets to take it to that last set decider. And genuinely, it was one of those nights where the Ali Pali crowd thought they were witnessing something incredible. They did, of course, see something incredible with Kevin Munch, another German, beating Adrian Lewis in the most recent World Championship.
96. Ricky require 138.
Paul Lim nearly thrown a 9-darter. It was one of those nights.
So Rene will be back for an early break of throw.
168. 68.
It'll get a big cheer from the hardcore crowd in here for the first session of the afternoon.
Ricky requires 38.
Straight at it. Double 19 can be tricky, Ricky. Maybe a bit too tricky.
No score.
Oh, that was awkward, wasn't it?
Ready,
It was awkward to see how much
32.
he could see if that target. Good markers from Eidams. The crowd thought that it was in that second one.
No score.
Well,
Ricky requires 38.
Oh, is he splitting it this time? He is.
Game shot in the first leg.
Well,
Ricky Williams.
Once
Second leg,
bitten,
Rene to
twice
throw
shy,
fast.
1-0. Ricky Williams. Yeah, you mentioned that World Championship. That was the first time we got a proper look at
78.
Rene Eidams outside of the domestic German scene. It didn't take him long to appear on the European tour. And won his first game, beat Peter Hudson, and then got drawn against Michael van Gerwen again. We were hoping there might be another... he got ironed out by the world number one. Van Gerwen doesn't take kindly to people even threatening to beat him, let alone actually beating him.
140.
And then his next appearance was in the European Darts Match Play, where he beat Ricky Williams, and then came up in the second round against Adrian Lewis. So, I mean, Rene Eidams, a bit of a baptism of fire on the European Tour.
yes, certainly building up plenty of experience with his European Tour appearances over the last 18 months or so.
100.
Interesting mix of German players we've had come through the qualifiers. We're going to be
95.
seeing, obviously, Max Hopp, the German number one, later on tonight. And Max really has come back into some form these last few weeks. Very exciting times for fans of the Maximizer, of
97.
which there are many. If he can start delivering and winning games again, and he's been good on the Pro Tour, he was good last time out on the Euro Tour, he's obviously qualified for this.
100.
Then
Rene
German fans
86.
could really have a lot to shout about. Another 18 leaves ball. That leaves double 7.
72. Ricky require 125.
Let's see then if Ricky can double his lead. Treble 20 for tops, if he can. Won't happen now.
65. Rene require
So
14.
double 7 for Rene to immediately bounce back. Double 2.
Game shot
it.
in the second
No
leg.
messing.
Rene Eidams. Third
Yes,
leg, Ricky to throw
Chatting
fast.
earlier to Chris Dan and
Game
saying, you know, how good it would be, given the support darts gets wherever we go in Germany, to have a player really break through and become
100.
a regular on the TV events would be would really take it to that next level, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I think he's going to need something like that. The European Tour has obviously
92.
grown massively, and you only have to look at the TV figures. I mean, the TV figures for the World Championship in Germany absolutely dwarf those even in the UK. I mean, it's something like 2.5 million people watching the
68.
action from the William Hill World Championship this year, or back end of last year. And that's without any
59.
Germans doing any damage. I mean, Martin Schindler made his debut. Kevin Munch obviously had that big win against Adrian Lewis, but didn't go any further. Now, if Schindler can continue his development, if Max can get back on track, if somebody like
96.
Dragutin Horvat, who we'll see tonight, he's a player who has made the final day of action on the European Tour. He could start winning games. If Gabriel Clemens, who hasn't qualified for this one,
140.
but has looked very dangerous at the start of this year, if he can start becoming a force. And we've seen, just last weekend,
140.
Mickey Mansell, a guy who you could very, very reasonably describe as a journeyman darts player, a guy had to go back to Q School, win his tour card last year.
84.
Never made it to a PDC final. He won a title last weekend. And who's to say that he doesn't go and build upon that?
Yeah, it can be done, and it gives all of those players playing week in, week out on the tour hope that
24.
that can happen.
And you require 126.
Ricky looking to the heavens there, not making a big dent. And Rene can't go out either, so he will be
58.
back.
Ricky
To restore his lead, will Ricky, for
73.
73.
May only get one dart at double. Might not even get that. Might get one at the bull. No, it is double 9. Well, it's not a bad
61.
leave.
Rene, you require 68.
Double 4. Well, it's
He
one way to
shot
go,
in the
and it's
third leg.
effective
Rene Eidams.
for a break of throw.
Full flag Rene to
For the German.
Rofast. Game on. '83.
We'll see another of the European qualifiers next to the Dutchman Danny Noppert up against the Englishman Richard North.
60.
And the afternoon session rounded off by Jose Justicia of Spain up against another Englishman, Luke Woodhouse.
Yeah, Luke's been playing some good darts this year. Man from Bewdley in the West
94.
Midlands. Missed darts to beat Michael van Gerwen. Has beaten Peter Wright, if I remember rightly.
$100. $96.
Rene is a guy who's also plying his trade on the Challenge Tour, so you may expect these two to cross paths again
100.
on the second tier of PDC darts, if you like, although they could quite easily find themselves meeting again on the European Tour, although it is very tricky to qualify for these.
118.
Ricky has managed to get to this one, obviously, but failed to make the Austrian Darts Open or the German Darts Grand Prix.
And a good chance for him here to go 3-1 up.
100. And you require 110.
His last start was a bit awry, but he still left himself 110. And, going his own way there.
Ricky require 141.
Leave double 14, unless Ricky can take out this 1-4-1, which he won't. All he can do is, well, try and set up something decent.
49. And you require 28.
Yeah, didn't like that one.
14.
Or that one.
Ricky require 92.
Got options here, could go bullseye, but then again he missed the bullseye by such a distance last time, he might just gamble and go treble 20. And he could go double-double here. Oh no, he's gone for treble 12. Didn't like that at all. Shake of the head from Ricky
52.
Williams.
And you require 14.
Well, another opportunity presents itself
He
to
shot
Rene
the full
Eidams,
flag,
and he
Rene Eidams.
doesn't make any
Flag Ricky to
mistake that
Rofast.
time. And a
Game
3-1
on.
lead now to the delight of the fans here in the Saarlander Hull in Saarbrücken.
81.
In the southwest of Germany, very close to the French border.
100.
But we will be at capacity tomorrow and Sunday. Around about 3,000, I believe, this venue holds.
58.
Yeah, it'll be a very, very different atmosphere tomorrow. Saw one of the great Euro Tour finals
41.
take place here last year when Peter Wright beat Benito van der Pas and absolutely mugged him. Benito averaged 110 in that final, but Peter Wright, having missed his first dart at double in the match, did not miss another for the entirety of the final, including a 1-2-1
48.
check out on the bullseye to win it, with Benito sat on a check out himself, having missed a couple of championship darts. To be honest, It was the kind of beating that would sap anybody's confidence. I'm not quite sure Benito's been the same man since. Really has struggled. And I tell you what, when you look at the seeded players
85.
in the draw for this tournament, the seeded players entering tomorrow, and you're looking at players who might be vulnerable, players
97.
who'll be taking on unseeded opponents, and the unseeded players will be thinking, you know what, I've got this is about as good as I could have hoped for. Then maybe Benito
140.
is one of those potentially vulnerable ones. Paul Nicholson or Nathan Aspinall will face Benito. Is Rene? Oh, where's he gone? Oh. Well,
78.
Usually you see a player stay on the treble
89.
18 there to try and lead double 10, but he evidently didn't like the lie. Not quite sure why. Single 20 leaves bull.
64.
Well, maybe that hesitation
Rene, you require 50.
did for Ricky, wanting the bullseye. Double 16 then for Rene. Oh, just inside.
34. Ricky required
So to reduce
25.
the arrears. Ricky Williams looking at 9 for double 8.
He
And hits
shows
it.
the fifth leg, Ricky Williams. Sixth leg, Rene to throw first.
Well,
Game on.
it's not been pretty, but Ricky is still in this game largely because
128.
Rene is missing doubles. He is, well, I mean, they're both missing doubles, but Rene's having a lot more attempts at them. There you see, twice as many darts at double. Only hit one more than Ricky.
59.
And that's just opened the door. Rene missed 4 darts in the first leg. He's missed a couple there at double 16. That double 16, double 7 area of the board, he's not been very successful at all. He did pin double 7 in leg 4. But he'll be genuinely thinking, the German, I could be 5-0 up here and pretty much
57.
home-and-hosed.
Yeah, you mentioned that final from last year. Benito van der Pas against Peter Wright. Both of those in action tomorrow
59.
evening. The second round stage of this German Darts Open when the 16 seeds come in. And yes, Paul Nicholson against Nathan Aspinall. The winner of that playing Benito van der Pas. Paul and Nathan in action this evening
60.
here. And then Peter Wright will play the winner of either Max Hopp or Zoran Lerchbacher.
Yeah, Aspinall Nicholson, one of the ties of the round. Former Players Champion Nicholson against Nathan Aspinall, who's playing some really good darts, has been for a good year or so. Hitting a lot of maximums is Nathan Aspinall. But
43,
Max Hopp
you
against
require
Zoran,
95.
two-time Pro Tour finalist Zoran. Dimitri Vandenberg and Willie O'Connor looks a belter. James Wade, the big name of the night.
55.
So Rene's got a bit of time here to come back and take out 40.
Yeah, he's not had a crack at double top yet, has he? So we'll
100.
see what he's like on
You
double top.
require 40.
Because the bottom left section of the board on doubles hasn't been great. Well, the bottom right.
He shows the sixth leg.
Maybe a little bit
Rene.
better, 4-2.
Seventh leg, Ricky to throw first.
So the two-leg
Game on.
advantage restored quickly by the German.
$80.
And you can see the disparity between the first 9 dart average for Rene and his overall average
134.
being brought down by those missed doubles in big part. And Ricky not really pulling up any trees so far.
Yeah, a bit ploddy
58.
from Ricky Williams. Just shuffling his way through legs, and if Rene misses enough darts at double, he'll get a chance. It's basically been the pattern of the game. Better. Much better. There we go, Ricky Williams.
192.
And right on cue. As we said, he was plodding along, averaging 75. It's his first maximum, of course.
Well, still time for this game to turn around.
$64.
See the cogs whirring in Ricky Williams' head there, doing the numbers. He nearly took his shoes and socks off to do the math.
59. Ricky require 109.
Still left himself 119, which is nobody's favourite checkout.
$79.
Well,
And you require 144.
interesting decision there.
65. Ricky requires 40.
Could have gone 12 and bullseye, and we've seen players come a cropper by declining a dart at the bullseye, but he's given himself 3 darts at tops. Double 10.
30.
Oh, well.
And he requires 79.
Rene then to go to within 1 leg of victory. Double 11. Well, gone inside again and
71.
could rue that missed
Ricky
chance.
required
Although
10.
double 5 is not the easiest for Ricky Williams to take out. But
You
no
shot the
messing.
7th leg, Ricky Williams.
No problem
Big Rene
for
to
tricky Ricky
Roper.
Williams.
Well, it's another leg that Rene's lost when he's had darts for
60.
it. Admittedly, he wasn't first to a double, but had the cardinal sin of missing inside on an odd-numbered double when you've got 2 darts in your hand. And again, it's that left
60.
side of the board that just doesn't seem to have any range at all on the doubles. But the first 9 average is typically getting him chances.
138.
And the German crowd trying to get a bit of a sing-song going to spur on their man. We saw them
45.
get behind Tobias Müller, who was having a wretched time earlier on this afternoon against Mike Kivenhoven.
Make much difference?
Well, he won a leg.
133.
He was 5-0 down. The crowd started singing. He seemed to relax. He had a smile on his face and got a leg on the board, but sadly it was too little too late.
134. And you require
prevailed 6-1.
170.
Go on, Rene, go for it. Oh, Rene!
135.
Oh, why not?
Good effort.
Leaves himself 35. Interesting to see what he does. I mean, does he go single 3 to leave a double 16 that he's barely got close to? He does.
3.
And again, he sticks one vaguely in the area, and the next one just, I mean,
Yeah,
it's as
strange,
if he's
isn't
not
it?
got any guide
Yeah.
at all.
Strange. But he will be back.
44.
Ricky going around the houses.
32.
Leave Shanghai. Should he get a chance? That's a good guide, though. Can he make amends down this left-hand side of the board this time, or is he going to fluff his lines?
No score.
Well.
Ricky require 120.
Well, if he keeps missing outside in that double 16, then Ricky Williams can just saunter up and nick this leg, because he does not look likely to hit that double 16, Rene Eidams, and he might not get another go at it. Oh yeah, why not? Treble, double, double.
100.
Well.
Rene, you require 32.
What a way that would have been to go.
Double 9 it is then. Well, he has hit a double on this side of the board. Unfortunately, it was the
Ricky
wrong
requires
one for Rene
20.
Eidams. That is now 8 darts missed for this leg and a 5-3 lead. And this for 4-all in a very different game, because double 10 makes Ricky Williams the favourite. Double 5, he's hit it before.
Oh dear.
Rene, you require 18.
Well, missed chances from both players, and which one will be walking off the stage? Ruining those missed chances
12.
in a few minutes' time.
Ricky, you require 10.
Well, 6 for double 6 seemed a sensible play there, didn't it? Or 10 for double 4, whichever he was going for. But you cannot go missing 10 darts at double in a leg and expect to win it. I mean, you might be able to.
There you
Shot
go.
in the 8th leg, Ricky Williams.
So yes,
White flag, Ricky to throw first.
Ricky then now has the
Game.
throw. Like you say, Rene there, plenty of food for thought. Will be interesting to see what effect that has on both players. There you go, the shake of the head says it all from Rene Eidams.
Well, the cube is making Ricky Williams' finishing of 22% look positively dominant.
60.
38 darts at double missed between them in this game.
92.
This could be any score. We've had 8 legs. It could be anything. One of them could have won it at a canter. The other one could have... Look at that. Ricky Williams.
100.
Ricky Williams might win this match without throwing a leg of darts better than 20 darts. That might be some sort of record. I mean, it's not a record you want, but
73.
hey, look, a win's a win. This is a game effectively for £1,000. Oh yeah.
21.
Wow. Well, we've seen everything in this game. Not all of it good, it has to be said, but
Yeah, just to reiterate, that leg, that last leg, the one that ended
125.
horrifically, Rene Eidams missed bullseye for a 170 checkout and a 12-darter. I mean, admittedly, that feels about half a day ago.
99.
Much more like it.
123.
Much more like it from Rene Eidams. But we've been here before, haven't we, Rene?
down to potential 2-dart finish.
57. Rene, you require 88.
See if he can do it. That's better. Oh, wow. There you go.
Rene Eidams.
He must have heard us.
14 darter, breaks back
first.
immediately.
Game on.
88 taken out in 2 darts as if it were nothing. Silly game.
And now throwing for the match. And a
60.
place in round 2 against Daryl Gurney tomorrow.
$59.
He's saving his best for last.
Oh, it took him a while,
140.
but Rene Eidams has given himself a very realistic chance, and you just wonder with that nice 2-dart checkout on 88, has that just banished,
81.
exercised those ghosts of the previous leg?
Whichever player does get through will want to go and have a good lie down, I think, tonight. After this, it's been a
59.
real war of attrition.
Wants to stay on the 20s. Still wants to stay there, and that's tricky. You might even just throw this near the top. Oh, okay.
52.
You see, even a single 20 there would have left a Shanghai finish. Some players might have been flirting with the idea of going towards it if it accidentally goes in double top.
85.
He's still left with a 2-dart over 100.
28.
But as it is, he's probably got 2 visits to see this off. Got to go for it. Oh!
103.
Rocked the wire.
Ricky requires 158.
That would have been some way to finish this game.
This would be some way to prolong it. Oh, my word. Now, 25. Does he go 9 for double 8? The same little corner of the board that he's had no success. No, he doesn't. He goes double 12. Double 6.
13.
Wow, wow, wow.
Ricky
Grimace from the
requires
German.
100.
Says it all. Ricky to take us to a deciding leg.
We've not seen a checkout more than 68 in this game. But Ricky Williams... Oh, he's left himself 5.
95. Ready, you require 12.
Double 6 again. Rene Eidams. And a place in round 2. Double 3.
Game.
He hits
Shot.
it. Flings it just like that.
Eidams.
What a game. Both players there, you can see. That was pretty ugly, but it is Rene Eidams who prevails, and he's through to round 2 against Daryl Gurney. We'll hear a few words from the German before our penultimate match of the afternoon session, when Richard North takes on Danny Noppers.
Mit Rene Eidams zieht der erste deutsche Spieler in die zweite Runde hier von Saarbrücken ein. Aber er hat sich ein bisschen schwer getan. The Cube, Rene Eidams. Rene, gratuliere. A win is a win, sagen die Engländer immer, ne? Durchgekommen.
Ja, mehr kann ich dazu auch nicht sagen. Das war eine Vollkatastrophe. Also,
Das war eine Vollkatastrophe.
ich bin halt nicht ins Spiel gekommen, habe meine Triple gesucht, dann lief es eine kurze Zeit, ich hole direkt das Break und dann verliere ich das wieder. Und dann in der entscheidenden Phase, wo er nur noch 2 Legs braucht als Vorleger. Ne? Also
27 Darts am Doppel vorbei.
ja, Katastrophe. Nee, da kann man nichts mehr zu sagen. Also das war richtig schlecht.
Aber du stehst in Runde 2, das ist erstmal das Wichtige. Daryl Gurney wartet morgen. Klar, da musst du Gas geben.
Ja, ist ein Top-5-Spieler, hat jetzt in der Premier League auch wieder richtig gute Spiele gemacht. Ich komme hier auf die Bühne, ich verlasse mich auch auf die Fans. Das ist jetzt noch ein bisschen schwach, aber morgen geht das hier richtig ab, das weiß ich.
Genauso werden wir es machen. Rene, danke dir. Der Mann verlässt sich auch auf euch. Rene Eidams, The Cube. Nicht zufrieden mit der Art und Weise, aber natürlich am Ende mit dem Sieg und mit dem Endresultat. Richard North, ganz interessant.